Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to talk about how apparently April O'Neil gets a Power Ranger upgrade as Yellow Ranger X, which I don't know, that is just like supposed to be like Roman numeral 10, or the X just means something special. But let's give this a read. April O'Neil is the first human ally of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but throughout most of her Ninja Turtle career, she has played a much more non-violent investigative role to the team, at least until her Power Rangers upgrade. This is now April O'Neil is a superpowered hero in her own right. Well, before I continue, because she was kind of like superpowered hero in her own right in the 2012 show and the Rice Turtles show. So she always had well, as of recently, she had superpowers per se. But before that time, she would sometimes kick ass with the turtles, but for the most part, she took the more investigative role, as they say. So, anyways, as the Power Rangers' latest Yellow Ranger, well, sort of, April O'Neil was introduced in the original Ross Studios TMNT comic, but she wouldn't become a household name until the 90s cartoon. It was also the depiction of the April that established her as a journalist, as opposed to her original career as a computer programmer. However, the initial change wasn't the only time April would have a different role in the TMNT continuity. In IDW Publishing ongoing TMNT, April was introduced as a scientist intern working with the Mutant News before she eventually became a journalist. In the Archie comic book series, April was presented as a warrior. Now, within the crossover continuity of IDW and Boom Studios, April O'Neil is the Yellow Ranger 10, or X. Okay, now it makes more sense why they call it X. Okay, because this headline says TMNT's April O'Neil's Dimension X's version of April of the Yellow Ranger. So that makes a whole lot more sense now. The X stands for Dimension X. Okay, got you. It was the dimension apparently Krang's from. Anyways. In the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, issue number 5, by Ryan Parrott and Dan Mora. The Ninja Turtles have teleported back to their world from Dimension X, where they found a few things of great importance. The Turtles discovered Dimension X Power Rangers morphers that were connected to an entirely different morphic grid. Once active, each Ninja Turtle became a Dimension X Ranger, or Ranger X. While this power upgrade was instrumental to the Ninja Turtles' Power Rangers' victory over Rito Repulsa and General Krang, eventually gave up the power and returned to their normal status quo. However, the Turtles lost with April gain, as when they gave up their morphers, she was given hers. As it stands, April tenured to Dimension X Yellow Ranger over before it really began, at least for now. April and Casey, who has been a Ranger X since the start of the crossover, were tasked with returning the Dimension X morphers back to their original reality. In case they ran into trouble, Casey and April were allowed to keep their Power Ranger upgrades until the mission was complete. This is the strongest April has ever been in any of her previous incarnations, but unfortunately it seems as though it will be over the second she and Casey finish their fairly simple mission, or will they? At the end of the crossover, Shredder and Lord Zed have decided to join forces and take on the Ninja Turtles Power Rangers themselves, without the help of Rito Repulsa or Krang. This means the TMNT Power Rangers crossover is all but assured. which also means fans might see April hold on to the new powers a little while longer. As a Yellow Ranger X, April Neil will actually be able to get into a fight and challenge Shredder or Zed with her longtime Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle allies, as well as her newfound peers, the Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Issue 5 by Boom Studios and IDW Publishing is now available. It's available now. So that's cool. I'm happy that I went on that ride, and I have read the Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles crossover. Oh my lord, that was so much fun. That was so much fun to read. I really wanted to read the sequel. It's a really fun time. I want to read the sequel, but I'm waiting until it's done, so I can either get the hard copy like how I have with the Last Ronin. Thankfully it's over here, where it's a hard copy and has all 5 issues in one, or when all 5 issues are done, I can get each of them in practically all at once, so I can binge read each one and make a video for that. But oh my lord, oh, that just seems cool. To my knowledge, this I'm counting the first the crossover before this S1 in comic books. This is a sequel, but this is the second time that I'm aware that the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles crossovered. Because the first time I'm aware was that they crossover was in the 90s. The Next Mutation meets, I think it was Deep Space Turtles. And as a kid, that was fun to watch. But the Next Mutation shows the weakest turtles, but and that crossover was alright. Now I look about it, and I'm kind of tempted to do a review of that crossover. Now that I'm thinking about it, but the comic book crossover of the Turtles and Power Rangers puts the Next Mutation Deep Space Power Rangers crossover to shame. But I'm really happy for April that she got to be a Power Ranger. This isn't exactly the first time she got mystical powers, because again, she got mystical powers in the 2012 and the Rise Ninja Turtle show. But I think this her second time donning the Power Ranger outfit, because she did don it in the last comic book run that I'm referring to, that this is a sequel to. But this is the first time she donned a Power Ranger outfit as a Power Ranger X. So that's pretty cool. So, what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section down below. And have you guys read this comic? Let me also know in the comment section. Love you guys. One over day. We got one other. Talk to you fellow mutants later. Later, taters.